If the Neanderthals hadn't gone extinct, what would the world look like today? We ruled them as cattle and horses, or are we overwhelmed by their savage power? Speaking of our long-lost brother, Neanderthal, if they hadn't been eliminated by the version update that year, the dirty system of the Earth we are playing now may suddenly change from standalone mode. It has become a PvP player mutual European mode. Don't think what clay figurines barbarians like snow. They are at an evolutionary crossroads with us Homo sapiens. They belong to two players who have chosen different professions. Our ancestors chose agility assassins. It's all about stamina and intelligence. Mainly one can't beat and run. The lewd stream that runs away and throws stones. And what about the clay man? Add points all over the muscles and bones. Turned himself into a small surface tank. It's bigger than our brains. The motto is, if you can do it, don't make a fuss. A stick hangs down and the world is clean. And 30,000 years ago, these guys were mysteriously wiped out. That assumes they didn't disappear back then. It came with us, Homo sapiens, from Eurasia, formed to parallel intelligent civilizations. And what happens in the world today? What a magical sight it would be. First of all, it may not be racist. That would be speciesism. On the planet of a binary case, the term community of human destiny, it has to be changed to a community of intelligent species and a shared future. And there is a high probability that they still want to see each other every day. On human unity. This sentence will be inscribed into the ancient history of both species. At the Olympics, because the clay figurine contested, the warm-up was better than our final result. In turn, the marathon clay figurines, you have to rest halfway through. They run long distances with their stubby legs. It's like drifting a tank. It's just embarrassing. Secondly, the form of war will be completely rewritten. We Homo sapiens fight about brains and organization. We can come up with 36 strategies for Sun Tzu's Art of War. I anticipated what you anticipated. Clay figure warfare, their tactics may be just one word. Suppose on an ancient battlefield. Let's set up a gossip array here. Slaver ready for salvo. Shouting arrows. Opposite the clay figure, the commander might just roar. And then a bunch of hulks roar. He rushed over. They have a big hammer. Our exquisite array is like paper paste. What do you mean by a grain of shihui? That's why you tell him the art of war. He talks to you about physics. So, in order to counter this land tank, our deadly science and technology, it may be forced to order more crooked, probably in the Bronze Age. We have to figure out how to build the Maginot Line that can trip clay figurines. The first thing to invent was not to make fireworks. It's about research. How to make a more powerful cannon. Cold Weapon Age could end thousands of years early. If we can live in peace. The most embarrassing thing is probably interspecies love. After all, it's in our genes. Remains of the mistakes made by our ancestors. Young people at that time, maybe in pursuit of a clay figurine girl. Work hard on your muscles. I ended up training myself like a bodybuilding champion. The clay figurine guy may also be trying to please the girl. Learn to write poetry. As a result, I held back for a long time and wrote a sentence. White as snow. And finally, the most terrifying thing to think about. How will we define people? When in the universe, there is another one so similar to us. But there are completely different intelligent species. Our philosophy, both teaching and ethics, will be devastated. In whose image did Nuwa create man? Homo sapiens or clay figurines are equal. This raw bag does not include clay figurines. Descendants of a Homo sapiens and a clay figurine. What is he? These questions? Each one is enough to make an entire civilization, falling into endless thinking and confusion. We may be because of the existence of clay figurines. United. Looking up at the stars together. It may also be because of their existence. We fall into a bloodier and more brutal chain of suspicion until one side completely disappears from the earth. And this may be the answer to history. On the cruel stage of evolution, there can always be only one protagonist.